have a question for you. Have you ever heard of apoptosis? Are you aware that it's a very important function that happens in our body that can affect your health? That the cellular level of our body has 3 rules. They're called the 3 R's. And no, I'm not talking about reduce, reuse, recycle. Before I tell you what those 3 R's are, if you haven't done so already, click the subscribe button. Every week I share what you can do to live a healthier life. So what are those 3 R's? Repair, replace, and rejuvenate. These are the result of proper apoptosis. So as I've been focusing on self-care over the last year, I found that apoptosis was very timely. In discussion, it sounds really complicated. However, it's not understanding how it works that's important. It's knowing what takes place without even you being aware. It's almost like breathing. You don't think about it. It's just happening, right? Have you ever thought about what's happening at your body at a cellular level? Because till I got cancer, I never thought about that. Till I figured out that the cancer cells were duplicating faster than the healthier cells. So that's why we're talking about apoptosis today. In this video, I'm going to talk about what is apoptosis, how it impacts your health, how you can support your body to function at its optimal health. First of all, what is apoptosis? The medical definition is programmed cell death. However, it's more than just cells dying. The human body sheds 50 to 70 billion unhealthy cells a day, thanks to apoptosis. Simply stated, apoptosis is the natural way of repairing and eliminating unhealthy cells that you no longer need to function properly. It's the human body's natural and normal mechanism that works to repair damaged cells on a daily basis. If a damaged cell is not repaired, the apoptosis signaling will remove unhealthy cells in a healthy way. This avoids causing damage to the surrounding cells, so it increases and promotes optimal health. Rejuvenation occurs when healthy new cells develop with proper nutrition. Apoptosis can be activated by stimulating cells in your body. Lack of nutrition and other things that cause damage to DNA affects apoptosis. So how does apoptosis affect our health? When this natural cell elimination process does not occur properly, your health can be severely impacted. One example is that most disease states can be related to either too much apoptosis or too little apoptosis. So a balance is always good in life, right? Too little apoptosis can cause tumors or cancer. So if the cancer cells are not removed properly when they're first formed, they actually can duplicate into more cancer cells. Too much apoptosis, on the other hand, you retain a number of neurodegenerative cells. And that's when you get diseases like Alzheimer's, Huntington's disease, Parkinson's disease. They develop because you have too much apoptosis. So your immune system plays a huge role in apoptosis. If your immune lymphocytes can't be cleared by apoptosis, the cells will lack the autoantigens, triggering autoimmune diseases. So the third way we can support apoptosis to function optimally is when we provide our body with proper nutrition. Makes sense, right? So then your body can maintain proper balance of apoptosis. Again, back to our hunter-gatherer ancestors. They consumed plants during specific seasons that helped this process in the body. Throughout the years, we have changed how we do things due to the agricultural advances, modifications, hybridization, processed food, and all of these different things have changed the food that we eat now, making it not as nutritious as it was before. Even if you can find bitters in your food, which we used to grow naturally, chances are they weren't ripened on a vine. They were probably processed or grown in a lab. So we're eating genetically modified foods instead of growing ourselves, where they're coming from the land and giving us the benefits that we really need. Our land used to provide everything we needed hundreds of years ago. So they might not have lived as long, but they definitely lived healthier. Now we're living longer, but we're not living healthier. So what do we do? Around the world, scientists have tried to create a drug that mimics apoptosis in the cellular pathways. This is where it's important to understand the difference between naturally occurring apoptosis and those that are activated by different mechanisms. Increased apoptosis in the body can increase at the same time versus drugs that are telling the body to do one thing, but the body is not able to modulate what we're giving it. So this is why food is so important and beneficial to our bodies. Scientists are really trying to find the answers to how can we better create those. The best way for us to do it is in our diet with natural growing foods that we get from the earth. So how do we do that? Growing your own foods so we can support our body with the nutrition that it needs. I try to do it with foods as much as possible, but I also have found plant-based supplements that help my body to create the proper apoptosis and creating better health for me. I like the company called Aroga, and I'll talk about their products in just a minute. I went down this huge rabbit hole of what foods can help this, what supplements can help this, and what can I do to support the apoptosis. So Aroga is one of these plant-based supplements companies. You can click below to the link that I use. I have become an ambassador for them because they're plant-based supplements and they give you what your body needs. It might not be natural coloring plant-based, but it's the closest thing that you can get. I use their aloe and their core and their immune every day. And then they have different supplements for different systems of the body: bone, joint, endocrine, skin, immune, cardiovascular, lung. So whatever it is maybe that you're having trouble with, you can choose those particular ones for the systems that maybe you're having problems with at the time, or you can take them all, right? So click the link below to learn more about that. If you'd like to talk to someone, you can call them. Their company is amazing at answering your questions, or you can also book a 10-minute call with me. You don't need plant-based supplements if you get the proper nutrition that you need to support apoptosis in a balanced body. We used to have all of this stuff. Our grandparents and our great-grandparents had those healthier foods. Our food either supports healthy cells or creates inflammation. If we don't have the correct nutrition that we need, that's when I recommend supplements. Plant-based are more like medicine. Our food is medicine in so many ways. And you can find a lot of information on this. I'm not going to get into it today. That's a discussion for another time. We're just talking about apoptosis. And you support apoptosis in your body to live a longer, healthier life.